Hey everyone, we are at the Inspirato community in North Meridian, and today we're going to be touring several different model homes by a couple different builders. First off, we've got Pacific Lifestyle Homes. We're going to be touring their home, and then we're going to be touring another builder just down the street here that's all staged and that's actually for sale. You could buy it right now. But these builders build in multiple communities throughout the Treasure Valley here. So we're gonna be touring them so you get a good feel for what they have to offer. So whether that's here in the Inspirato community or if it's elsewhere throughout the Treasure Valley, you get a good feel for what you can buy. Now, Pacific Lifestyle Homes, they're actually pretty new to the Treasure Valley. They're from Vancouver, Washington originally. They've been in business for nearly 30 years, but they're starting to make a big splash here in the Treasure Valley. So I wanna be one of the first YouTubers here actually featuring them. So if you're looking to buy a home here in the Treasure Valley, all you gotta do is reach out to me. We'll get into a little bit more about what it's like working with the builders and why you should or shouldn't use a realtor as you work through the whole build process. My name is Curtis Chism. I have a master's degree in construction management. I specialize in helping people buy new construction homes here in the Treasure Valley. If you're moving from a place like California or elsewhere, I moved here a few years ago. I know exactly what you're going through. All right, let's go ahead and get inside and take a look at this model home. All right, let's go ahead and head inside. So here we've got actually a modern elevation on the home, and the builder has multiple different options. They actually have about 5 different elevations. This home is called the Malala model home, and it comes in a couple different variations we're gonna show you inside. You can get this with a bonus room or without a bonus room. This particular one has a bonus room, and you can build with this builder, meaning you can select your lot, select your model, and then select all the upgrades that you want. Or you can buy a spec with this builder. That means they've specified everything. They're already building the home, or it's already completed. Like in this case, this is completed. This is a model, but they have spec homes you can buy as well. Those are basically move-in ready. You don't get to pick anything, but it's all picked for you, and they have designers that select modern design selections. So depending on what you want to do, if you decide you want to build with this builder, it's about a 6 or 7 month process to go through. That's actually very quick. Most builders are generally 8 to 10 months, sometimes even a year. I've been seeing delays lately with some of the builders where we're getting up to like a year of build time nearly. So if you're looking to build, at least plan 6 or 7 months with this particular builder and up to 10 to 12 months potentially with some other builders. So they've got a really good process for working through the permits quickly and building the home quickly and still maintaining very, very high quality. We're gonna be checking out as we go in. So modern elevation, again, if you build, you can select whichever elevation that you would like. Again, this is the model home, so we won't be going in here. This normally would be the garage. So if you see windows and doors here, that's because it's a sales center model home. This ultimately will get converted over back to a 2-car garage in this instance. So let's go ahead and head inside to check it all out. So of course you got your nice porch entry, again, modern fiberboard panels here. Keypad entry for your home. You got a Ring doorbell. Now I'm gonna point out some of the included features in here as well as the upgrades as we go. So we're gonna save the big great room here for just a minute. We're gonna start over here on the left-hand side where we've got a couple bedrooms and a bathroom. So let's go ahead and check out the front bedroom over here. So as you can see, this is of course staged to be an office, but it's decent sized office. This home overall is about 2,500 square feet. So this is about a 10 by 12 bedroom, could be an office as well, and carpeted for you. Let's go ahead and check out the other bedroom here and the bath. So a hall bathroom right here on the left-hand side as you walk in. So we do have quartz countertops, tiled floors. In this case, it is a fiberglass shower. So if you were building with them, you could certainly upgrade that into a full tiled shower with glass doors. Just depends on what exactly you're looking for. Then we'll go ahead and head over into the laundry room. So this gives you a kitchen, or not a kitchen sink, but a laundry sink. So a lot of people really like that. Some people don't want it, some people do. Great place to soak stained clothing if your kids have grass stains, that sort of thing. And then of course you got your laundry over here and some extra storage, linen storage. A lot of people complain about the homes around here that they don't have enough storage. So this is just a little bit extra area to have some storage. Now, as we walk through the homes, you can see that this has luxury vinyl plank flooring, or LVP. Again, this is gonna be different options for you depending on if you're buying a spec home or if you're building with them. So standard is gonna be a laminate flooring. You can upgrade into LVP, which this home has. So this has a really nice wide open floor plan here, wide hallway. It's about 6 feet wide. So it feels a little bit more grand as you're walking in, and we'll be getting into the great room here in a second. But first off, to the left-hand side, we do have another bathroom. So hall bathroom, powder bath. This could actually, if you were building with them, could be an office instead of a bathroom. So kind of a micro office. If You don't want a huge office because you're just working from home. Maybe you're not on video too much, so it could be a nice little work area as well. You still have the hall bath over here, or instead of, because you're losing that powder bath. And then we'll head over here. So this normally would be your entry into the garage area, but again, this is the sales office. You do have a little mud bench here, so a great place to hang your clothes, put your shoes, etc. And then over here we've got the furnace. So it's the nice thing about having the furnace inside the home versus in the attic or the garage is going to be much more energy efficient for you. If it's in the garage, obviously it's going to get cold during the winter time. It has to work a little bit harder. And if it's in the attic, it is going to have to work a little bit harder, but it's more of a long-term maintenance thing because when you have to replace that someday or get it serviced, it's harder to get to. But if it's right here, you can pull it out very quickly. Now over here, we've got another linen closet as well. So again, a lot of storage here. And before we jump into the great room, I just want to mention real quick, in this video, we're going to be talking about the Inspirato community, which I'll touch on in a little bit here, but we're also going to be checking out another builder in this community as well, which is called Tresidio. We'll be getting to that. There are a few different builders in this community we'll touch on, but let's go ahead and take a look at this great room here. So this is really awesome how it just really opens up into 12-foot ceilings. So as you walk in the home, you've got 9-foot ceilings that step into 12-foot ceilings. It does kind of step down a little bit over the kitchen to 10-foot, but creates this just really nice, vast, open area. You do have a fireplace that's included standard in any of the homes. If you're building with them, you will get a fireplace. That's going to be more of a square style fireplace. In this case, in this model home, which is actually for sale, you could potentially buy this. It gets upgraded into this more modern linear type fireplace. Again, we've got LVP throughout the entire home, but let's go ahead and take a look at this kitchen. So I love this kitchen. This has quartz countertops, which of course is just super, super popular these days. And it includes the waterfall feature on both sides of the countertop. And you'll see in a lot of other model homes from other builders that they may include a waterfall in the model home, but you cannot actually get that. It's just not offered. So it looks great, but you can't get it. With Pacific Lifestyle, you could actually get that. It's not included as standard, but it is certainly a feature that you could add, which I think is beautiful. I think it's great. Also has a single basin sink. This is a composite sink that is really popular these days. It's made by Blanco. It's actually like a granite composite. Very, very popular. I don't know how they hold up long-term, but certainly being used in a lot of the more luxury builds these days as well. Let's go ahead and take a look through this kitchen here. So you've got a lot of different options for you in the appliances with this builder. So here you've got Frigidaire, but you can also upgrade into Bosch, Wolf for the cooktop, or Electrolux as well. In fact, in this case, they have an Electrolux refrigerator. This has soft close doors as included. And then let's go ahead and check out the drawers here too. So this has Baltic birch drawer boxes, which is really nice, high quality. It's gonna last for a long time. And it is soft close as well. And then of course, we do have the cooktop over here, gas cooktop. So standard with this builder would be a range insert, but it is gonna be gas. A lot of builders are going to have electric inserts rather than gas. So it's gonna come standard, you can upgrade from there. Again, in this particular home, this is gonna be included. Also has this really awesome pot filler. If you want to fill up a pot, cook some pasta, that sort of thing. Dishwasher, of course, lots of storage. You have a nice range hood as well. Depending on which options you're selecting, I think the standard here would be a microwave with a vent, but of course you can upgrade into a range hood as well. So then of course you got a pantry over here. It's a decent sized pantry. It's not a massive pantry by any means, but certainly is going to be quite usable for most folks as well. Now let's go ahead and walk over here to the primary bedroom back here. But before we get there, they've got this great dry bar area, which I think is really awesome setup here. Just a little bit extra storage. You can of course have your wine here. There's no wine fridge area per se, but at least you can have your wine here and just a nice place for buffet table, etc. Again, you're gonna have soft closed drawers here. Just a lot of extra storage for you. Again, a lot of people complain about storage, but you've got plenty of room for storage here. So let's go ahead and check out primary bedroom back this way. And of course, we've got it all staged set up for you so you can get a really good feel for what this bedroom is gonna feel like with your furniture in it. So it's a decent size. I'd say it's about probably about 12 by 14 or so. So not massive, but certainly nice and usable. And you've got 9-foot ceilings in here. I love the barn door here. So let's check out this barn door. I don't know. Super popular these days. I like it too. Let's go ahead and check out the bathroom. So nice huge shower, walk-in shower. A lot of glass to clean, so make sure you want to get a water softener for sure to keep the hard water off of it that we have here in the Treasure Valley. 2 shower heads, no door on it, so 1 less shower door to clean. Does has, again, plenty of storage. You got a linen closet over here. And I love the tile. This tile is great on the shower. What's really cool about this is that it's just huge tile. This is like a 2 foot by 4 foot tile, so it's a lot less grout lines to clean, which is a really nice feature. A lot of times we put little tiny tiles in showers, and it's a lot of grout lines to clean. And then we'll go ahead and check out the vanity over here as well. So again, soft closed drawers, your quartz countertops, dual vanity, great mirrors. I love the full height tile as well, and the included light fixtures also. Then we've got the water closet, toilet room over here. It does have a door on it, which is awesome. And then of course we got the closet here as well. So this is a decent size walk-in closet, plenty of storage for you. But let's go ahead and check out the upstairs area as well. So a couple things to point out while we're heading this way. A lot of these windows are included in the base pricing. So virtually all these windows were included. The only things in this particular model that were added were the 2 side windows over next to the fireplace as well. So that just is gonna let you bring in some extra lighting as well. And actually, before we head upstairs, since we're downstairs, I actually wanna show you the backyard really quickly. So this does have this nice big slider wall that really brings in a lot of light and opens everything up. So this is an included slider. It's not like a 5 foot or 6 foot slider. It's included. It's 8 foot by about 12 feet. And then you've got your backyard with your covered patio as well, that you probably saw on the drone video of this home. So not a huge backyard in this instance, but very, very manageable and maintainable. So if you're looking for something in this particular neighborhood with a more manageable backyard, this might be a great option for you. There are, of course, other lots that are larger that are going to give you a little bit more space. And again, this builder is building in multiple communities throughout the Treasure Valley, and they're going to have larger lots in other areas as well. Most of the lots here are ranging between 5,700 square feet to 7,500 square feet for this particular builder. There are other builders in this community that do have larger lots. The Tresidio home we're going to be looking at next is on a 1/4 acre lot. And there are other builders with larger lots. There are going to be rim view lots because this actually sits on a little bit of a bluff looking towards Star. And there are a couple other builders in here that are going to have larger homes. And the price points in here are going to range up to $2 million. We'll talk a little bit about the price point on this home in just a minute here. Let's go ahead and head upstairs. So with base pricing with Pacific Life Homes, you're going to kind of be ranging from low 600,000s and then kind of on up from there, depending on what exactly you want to include in the home. This home as it sits is about $760,000 as of today's pricing in mid 2025. So here's your bonus room upstairs. So you've got this extra loft area, game room, family room, playroom, etc. So really nice size. This has 8 foot ceilings up here. However, you can upgrade to a 9 foot ceiling in the second floor as well. So let's go ahead and head back into this bedroom here, which has an ensuite bathroom as well. So this is a really nice size bedroom. It's honestly it's probably bigger than the primary bedroom, to be honest. So maybe you want to have your primary bedroom up here, except the bathroom is going to be a little bit small for you. But great guest suite, or if you've got a teenager, in-law suite, etc. There is a small bathroom here, a single basin vanity sink, toilet, shower, and a closet as well. Now, in this community of Inspirato, a few things you need to know about as far as amenities. There's going to be about 190 homes built in this whole community, and there's some really cool amenities to talk about. I can't show you right now because they're not completely built yet, but there is going to be a pool, a clubhouse, a gym. There's going to be barbecue pits, as well as pickleball as well. So all those will be built out by about a year's time from the time I'm recording this video. Those will all be completed. So depending on when you're watching this, they might already be done. You can drive through and see them. So that's going to be what's going on in the community here. There's a number of builders, as I mentioned. You've got Pacific Lifestyle Homes, you have Tresidio, Berkeley, and Riverstone and Capstone Homes as well. Now, we're going to be heading over pretty soon and taking a look at the Tresidio home down the street. That's all staged and ready to go. It's another great builder in here. I sold a lot of their homes, and I love their product. Now, before we head down there, if you are looking to make the move to Idaho, my name's Curtis Chism, and I moved from California to Idaho. I know exactly what you're going through, and I've helped tons and tons of people move here to Idaho. You can check out my Google reviews, check out my Instagram. You'll see all the homes that I've sold and helped people move here, and I know exactly what you're going through. And my goal is to make this as stress-free as possible. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have a master's in construction management, and I specialize in new construction homes. In fact, probably about 90% of my clients that are moving here end up buying a new construction home with me because they appreciate that me and my team know the new construction process and can walk you through everything from A to Z, whether you're buying a spec home or you're building from the ground up. If you're building from the ground up, it's a very long process. There's a lot of moving parts, and you really want someone that can help walk you through everything and represent you through the entire process. The builders here are great, but it's always a good idea to have a third party represent you that knows exactly how they're building these homes, who the best builders are, what are the best communities, and help guide you through that entire process. The builders pay our commission, and so there's not really any extra cost to use you. In fact, the builders really love working with realtors because there's, again, a lot of communication that happens. There's a lot of things that come up during construction, and it's really great to have an expert helping guide you through that process. Now, of course, you don't need a real estate agent to help buy a new construction home. You can contact these builders direct, absolutely. But some reasons why you may want to have a realtor who understands the process and works with these builders consistently is because things come up. And I'll just give you a couple quick examples of things that can happen when, if you're working directly with them, you're not going to be able to really negotiate with them at all. And sometimes there's just things you can never quite anticipate. For one example, I had someone buying with one builder and we're under contract. We already did the inspection. We're within a couple weeks of closing. And then another home in a different community with that same builder popped up. He really, really wanted that home instead. It was going to be his forever home, and he really wanted to make sure he made the right decision for himself. So we worked with the builder to cancel the contract on the existing home, move them over to the other community. However, the initial response from the builder was like, we'll do this for you, but you're going to lose your earnest money deposit, which was about $10,000, non-refundable. And that's their policy. If you were working with them direct as a home buyer, you would definitely lose out on that. So I went to the builder and appealed on their behalf. And actually the first time I was told no, that too bad, you're not going to be able to apply that. However, on a second appeal, I was able to get that earnest money deposit, that 10 grand applied to that other home. So that's just one example of where working with a realtor who works with these builders a lot can help guide you through that process and get things for you that you just don't know if they're going to come up during the construction process. So if that's you, just go ahead and reach out anytime via phone, text, or email. Me and my team would absolutely love working with you. My contact information is on the screen or down below. All right, let's go ahead and check out the next home built by Tresidio just down the street. Now we're here at the Tresidio home. This is the other home I want to show you in this community. Another fantastic builder here in the Treasure Valley. So this home is for sale. They have a couple other homes for sale. However, again, they're building all throughout the Treasure Valley. You can check out their website for the various communities they're building in. And just like Pacific Lifestyle Homes, you can either build with them or you can buy a spec homes. They do, I would probably say, about a 50-50 mix of the two. Pacific Lifestyles, they build about 30% specs, 70% builds, where you're actually selecting your lot, selecting your floor plan, and all the upgrades. So in this case, it is a spec home. We're gonna be walking through. It's staged and beautiful. Let's go ahead and get inside. We'll go ahead and take a look at the 3-car garage in a minute, but again, as you enter in, nice big covered area, you know, like it kind of blocks the wind. Sometimes it gets windy here, so you got a nice big entryway here. And let's go ahead and head inside. So you got a nice wide hallway as we walk in that opens into the great room, living room, kitchen area as well. And so let's go ahead and start kind of in this side of the home and take a look at a couple of the bedrooms before we head into that great room area. So one of the first bedrooms here, a secondary bedroom. This is a nice sized bedroom. I feel like compared to the Pacific Lifestyle homes, it's a little bit larger bedroom. Again, every floor plan is going to be different, of course. So it's hard to compare, you know, each floor plan. This home is 2,400 square feet. The other home we took a look at today was about 2,500 square feet with that upstairs bonus room. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this other bedroom real quick as well. So no bonus room on this, all single level. So it's gonna feel really spacious. I feel like single level homes are gonna feel larger than a 2-bedroom home because you don't lose space in extra stairways and hallways that you do in a 2-story home. So again, really nice size bedroom. This has, I think these are 10-foot ceilings in here. Yeah, 8-foot doors, 10-foot ceilings in here. Nice big closets with actual doors on them versus sliders. So plenty of space for coats, dress shirts, dresses, whatever it might be. We'll go ahead and take a look at the hall bath over here. So this is gonna have quartz countertops, tile floor. Now this does have actual tiled tub shower area as well, whereas the other one had fiberglass. So again, just some of the differences. This is a higher price point though. This home is right now priced at $900,000. The other one's priced at $760,000, but this is also a larger lot. So you're gonna see some things that might be a little bit more upgraded. You're gonna, like this, you're gonna see a lot of similar features as well. This does have soft close drawers, which we'll take a look at as we go into the kitchen area. Now, as we walk back towards the kitchen area, you're going to notice the floors. This is going to be an engineered hardwood floor. Again, this is going to be an upgrade if you're building with Tresidio. Probably going to have typically carpet in some areas or luxury vinyl plank or laminate, but you can upgrade into engineered wood floors with Tresidio. Now, before we get into the great room kitchen area, we'll take a look over into the owner's entry area or mudroom area, and we got the garage over here, laundry over here. So we'll swing around and take a look at the mud bench. Tresidio typically puts the mud benches into their homes. Again, if you're building, that's going to be an upgrade, but as a spec, that's going to be included. Then we've got the laundry room over here. Again, this one has the sink included, and it has a lot more counter space for folding areas included, which is really fantastic as well. Lots of areas to hang clothes up here, some extra storage over here above your washer dryer area. Also tiled floor as well. We'll go ahead and poke into the garage really quickly, just so you can see the 3-car garage. So nice wide 3-car garage, and it actually has a little extra storage space as you walk over this way. So it's not a tandem garage at all, but just gives you a little bit extra storage. Store your bikes, your kayaks, what have you for your outdoor activities here. Over here, we do have the utilities out here. So in the other home, I was talking about how those are inside. In this case, they're outside in the garage. So again, you're not taking up square footage inside the house. They're gonna have to work a tiny bit harder in the wintertime because they're outdoors. However, I believe that this garage is actually insulated. The garage doors are insulated, so I think they've insulated the garage. So they don't have a heater in here, but it is gonna stay relatively warm during the winter, probably 55 degrees or so, because it's insulated. So that's a really nice feature. And then we'll go ahead and head over into the great room, the kitchen area. Now, this really opens up into 12-foot ceilings and then coffered ceilings with faux beams as well. So I think you're close to 13, 14 feet in the great room here. You do have the included fireplace with the mantle that wraps around completely, which is a really nice feature. Oftentimes they're just kind of on the front. This actually does a complete wrap, and then stone that wraps around as well. Now again, if you're building, you're gonna have all kinds of options for stone, depending on what you want to select. It's kind of a more country manure style. Here's the square fireplace. That's what I was talking about with the other home at Pacific Lifestyles, is that they've upgraded it to a modern look, with a linear look. It really just depends on what you like. Some people really love this look and really don't like the modern, and then vice versa. Some people love the modern, don't want the squared off look. But this is a really nice size living room. Your TV would likely go up here. I suppose you could also put it over here where the picture is, but because they've got it staged, you can kind of get a feel for how you would put your furniture, and it's a nice layout. It's not wasted space at all. Then over here, we've got this kitchen. This is magnificent. I love, again, just how tall the ceilings are. You've got the kitchen right in the heart of the home. You've got your dining nook over here that we'll take a look at. This is a really nice sized dining nook. You can see here, this is about an 8-foot table. So plenty of room for your chairs. It's not in the main flow of the house. And the kitchen, again, is in the heart of everything here. So you've got 2-tone cabinets here. This is a really popular finish right now. This is, I think they call it driftwood finish with the 2-tone paint. So you've got kind of this greenish gray paint as well with the champagne gold fixtures, handles. Champagne gold is super popular these days. We'll see how it ages over the years. And I get mixed results on that as far as what people think. They think, oh, I love the gold, love champagne gold, or they absolutely hate it. Definitely personal preference, but that is definitely in right now. I think it works really well with the finishes they've chosen here with the driftwood, and then again, this kind of greenish gray. You do have a gas cooktop. Again, if you're building with them, there's gonna be a lot of selection options that you can choose with, a slide-in range, electric, gas. In this case, you've got the cooktop. Now over here, you've got the double wall oven over here. It's actually a microwave and an oven, and I believe this is actually most likely a convection microwave oven, and then the other oven here. So this is all KitchenAid product. Again, you can always upgrade to different appliance packages with Tresidio. Now they've got this really great back kitchen area, like a morning kitchen, I think you would call it. And you've got, again, quartz countertops all throughout the home. So just a lot of extra prep space. And I mean, look at all these cabinets. These are just so many cabinets in this kitchen. If you want storage in your kitchen, you've got it here. Now, I suppose part of the problem might be how tall these cabinets are. I mean, these cabinets are way up there. You're definitely gonna have to get a ladder to get up there. So don't store anything that you wanna use too often up there, but definitely lots of storage. We also have a pantry back here. So nice sized pantry, not massive, not huge, but certainly going to get the job done. But with all this extra storage space, you probably don't need a huge pantry area. Now, in this case, they don't have a refrigerator included, and that's pretty typical for most builders. They're not typically going to include the refrigerator unless it's a spec home like this, and we're negotiating, we may be able to get a refrigerator thrown in, sometimes a washer dryer, that sort of thing. Now, let's go ahead and head back this way, and we're going to take a look at the other bedrooms that are back here. So a little hallway, you've got some extra storage space going on here. You got linen over here, and we've got some more storage. We'll head that way in a second. So you've got another secondary bedroom. This bedroom is really large. This is about, I would say about 12 by 14 feet, potentially a foot or two larger. Again, you've got these 10-foot ceilings, so it feels huge in here as well. You've got actually a little walk-in closet, and then we have a ensuite bathroom. So again, just like the other home that we looked at, this is going to be a great option for like a mother-in-law suite, junior suite. You know, if you got a teenager that wants their own space, whatever it might be, we'll go ahead and swing in and take a look real quick. And so this is a great option for an ensuite bathroom, again, guest quarters, whatever that might be. And then we will go ahead and take a look at primary bedroom back here, and on our way over there, again, there's more storage space. So you've got these extra linen closets here. I don't know if we can open these all the way, but there you go, extra linen space. You know, this is the kind of stuff on these videos that you're just not going to see in a floor plan very well, even 3D tours. So it's really nice to have these videos so you can get a really good feel for what these homes look like, what these builders look like, the quality that they have. Again, here's the master. You've got coffered ceilings once again. So this is going to open it up again. You've got 11-foot ceilings, king size bed. Looks like this is a standard king with kind of an extra bed frame. So it takes up a lot of space, and there's still a lot of room in the bedroom here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the primary bathroom. So dual vanities here. So you got a larger vanity over on the left-hand side as you first walk in. Again, plenty of storage drawers, etc. And then you've got another secondary sink as well. So they're making really good use of the space here. Oftentimes in bathrooms, you see the vanities kind of next to each other. In this case, they're kind of an L-shaped here, just to make better use of the space. Again, a 2,400 square foot home, 4-bedroom, but as you can see, all the bedrooms are nice size. And this is a really good sized bedroom. It doesn't feel cramped at all. And then you've got the shower over here, which go ahead and take a look at. So this one is all tiled. Now, if you recall earlier in the video, I was talking about how the other bathroom had such large tile. I think there were 2-foot by 4-foot tiles. In this case, these are 3-inch by 12-inch, so a lot more grout lines to clean if you're worried about that. This tile floor is pretty cool too. It's kind of like it looks like a fabric. Really popular these days. Water closet, toilet room over here, and then we've got the walk-in closet. This is a really nice size walk-in closet. It's much larger, I think, than the other one we looked at, probably an extra 3 or 4 feet larger. So plenty of storage, lots of built-ins in here. And if you're building, you can decide if you want to have them install these, or if maybe you just want to do them yourself. Now, something that's really cool about Tresidio is they do what's called a conditioned crawl space. And I can't actually show you that right now, but conditioned crawl spaces, those are going to keep your home more energy efficient, because typically, if you're coming from California, you might be used to slab-on grades. I actually grew up with a crawl space, so I know not everywhere in California is slab-on grades. However, these are pretty much all the homes are built on crawl spaces here. We have Tresidio uses a conditioned crawl space. They're actually drawing air from the home via a fan into the crawl space down below. Now it is insulated, but that's going to keep your crawl space a similar temperature to the home, which is going to actually make it more energy efficient. And during the winter, when it gets cold, it's going to keep the floors warmer. So you're not going to really have cold floors. I have a conditioned crawl space in my house, and I really, really love it. Well, that is an overview of the Inspirato community and 2 of the builders